Hey guys, so in this video, as you can see, it's going to be a Halloween tutorial. This is my first ever one that I've ever done, so I'm super excited. So I just started painting my face white, and then I was like, wait a second, I need to carve out the hollows of my eyes. So that's what I'm doing here, just using some white washable face, washable face paint, whatever you call it. And here I'm just showing you that it's so easy to clean up your mistakes. Like if you make any, just use a makeup remover wipe and you'll be good to go. So we might as well talk about my bald head. I'm using one of those bald caps that you can get from Party City. And I just glued the edges down to my forehead with some Elmer's glue so it's easily, I can easily wash it off. And then I just braided my hair really tightly down the back of my neck. So when I'm looking straight forward at you, you can't, it looks like I'm bald. So here I'm painting my face white, my entire face, everything, nose, lips. I will paint my ears. I'm starting with this paddle-y kind of paintbrush, which creates a lot of strokes, like stroke marks, streaks. So as you can see, or as you will see, I'm gonna use a beauty blender as the second layer on top of this. So first I'm doing the brush, and then I'm gonna be doing the beauty blender. And so I'm just going over all of the areas of my face. Here I am just showing you how I painted where the bald cap meets my actual skin. I literally just painted over it, so nothing special. I'm also painting on top of the bald cap because yes, it is white, but I want everything to be the same color of white. So here I'm just doing that. Now I'm going in with my beauty blender and I'm just taking more paint and just dabbing it all over my face. It looks very uneven right now, but just trust me, it'll all even out in the end. And I'm sorry for the lighting change too. I don't know what it was. The sun was going in and out of the clouds or something, and now I'm just taking the beauty blender and patting some translucent powder just to set everything down. So now I started carving out my eye sockets with the black paint, and I'm just gonna kind of go over that white line, create that circle shape, and then start filling them in, just to paint them the entire area around the eye all black. As you can see, I'm filling in my eyebrows here. Just making sure no white or skin color is peeking through. I'm looking down at a mirror, I have a small mirror in front of me, so I'm sorry that you can't perfectly see it. Here, I'm trying to sit up for you guys. Now I'm going to be using a felt tip liner to just fill in the rest of the spaces around my eyes. And surprise, my head is dunked in gold glitter. So yeah, I quickly went to the bathroom and literally put glue all over my head and where I wanted it to look like it was dripping. Painted the glue all over there, and then literally just dunked my head in 2 kinds of gold glitter, and that's it. I mean, it was super easy, and it would have been really hard to film. So here I'm just filling in my other eye, same as I did to the other eye. Break for a dance party. Now we're back. Now I'm going to try and attempt to carve out the hollows of the side of my head, or whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of trouble with this, and I also had a lot of trouble with shading. Because this was my first Halloween look, I'd never done any of this before, so this was really a learning process for me. So all of this stuff that you're gonna see from now, until maybe minute 8 or 7 or 8, it's all gonna look really bad, but I promise you it's gonna come together at the end because I'm gonna be like, oh wow, I can actually use eyeshadow for the shading. Duh. So anyway, I tried to do the shading, the hollows of the sides of my head, and now I'm drawing some cracks just with a thin, small little brush. Drawing another crack, I'm also going to try to shade these two later. Also trying to do shading here, but my eye doesn't look good right now at all. It looks very fake. Um, just trust me. Wait till later in the video. It's going to look a lot better. Now I'm moving on to my nose. I'm just going to paint my nose black. You can kind of do it any shape that you want. I just kind of chose this pointy-ish shape. And then you just want to fill that all in with your black paint. Again, trying to do some shading under the eyes. This one doesn't work out either. Bear with me. Bear with me. Now I'm going to paint on my mouth. So to do that, I'm just, as you can see, drawing a very thin line out from the edge of my mouth. It's not really a smile shape. It is kind of like upwards a little bit. It's definitely not a straight line. I did a little bit slanting upwards, but I'm just trying to match both sides to each other. But that's pretty much all you want to do. And now I'm just going to paint my lower lip black. And now I'm back with one side of my face done, or the teeth. I did this off camera. I had a lot of trouble figuring out what gems I wanted to use. These are the ones that stuck to my face the best, so I went with these. And now I'm just kind of drawing in the roots for the teeth. I mean, I honestly have no idea how to do this. I really have to work on the mouth and teeth part of Halloween costumes apparently, because I was struggling a lot with this, but I'm just using press-on gems, I guess you can call them. And so here I'm just putting them on the other side of my mouth, and again, I'm just drawing the roots. I mean, this does not have to be perfect. It's a skeleton, so you're supposed to be dead. Yeah, so I'm just filling them in here. Like I said, all of these shadows and everything will get better. It's coming. It's still coming. Now I am attempting to just shade in that part of the hollows of, I guess it's your jaw. The skeleton has that hollow part in his jaw. So I'm just trying to shade that in. I'm also trying to fix the shade under my eye, the shady part under my eye. We're still working it out. We're still figuring it out here. I'm trying to do the other eye. I mean, you really just have to play with this. It's going to take a lot of practice, but I mean, I got a little bit better, I think, but I still need a ton of practice. Anyway, I am just drawing some cracks on my chin. Drawing cracks, I think, are a lot of fun, and they're really easy. Right here, I'm just trying to shade a little bit more. I think this is where I start. Yes, this is where I started using black eyeshadow. I was like, oh my gosh, duh. You shade, your eyeshadow looks great when you blend everything in, when you shade things, so I was like, oh, why not use black eyeshadow? And now I'm trying to do the front of my teeth, trying to get them to stick on. Again, I'm just drawing the roots for the teeth. Now I'm going to start painting the bones down my neck, and then I'll do on my collarbone too. Here, I mean, I'm not trying to make it perfect. It's kind of as you can see, just quick brush strokes. I don't really know how bones are supposed to be painted, so I'm kind of winging it, but I mean it turns out pretty good. So yeah, here I'm just drawing the collarbones, and then in a second I'm going to uh, like shadow them. Yep, right here. Just gonna add some shadow to them, so some gray paint, just to give it a little more dimension. We're gonna have a little dance party. So that's it for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.